The wind howled a mournful dirge through the wolf's glen, a desolate scar upon the otherwise vibrant German forest. Moonlight, filtered through a dense canopy of ancient oaks, cast long, skeletal shadows that danced like phantoms. Max, a young huntsman with eyes that mirrored the troubled twilight, clutched his trusty hunting rifle, his heart a drum against his ribs. Desperation, a bitter brew, had driven him to this forsaken place, a place whispered about with a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity. Legends spoke of the Black Huntsman, Samiel, a malevolent entity who dwelled within the wolf's glen. He was said to offer power beyond imagining, but at a terrible cost. Max, haunted by his recent failures, his inability to provide for his beloved Agathe, found himself drawn to this forbidden wellspring of power. His aim, once a source of pride, had become a cruel joke, jeopardizing his chance to win her hand. A rustle in the undergrowth sent a jolt of nervous energy through him. A figure emerged from the gloom, tall and gaunt, his face obscured by the shadows of a wide-brimmed hat. Kaspar, a solitary man ostracized by the village for his brooding demeanor, was rumored to possess an uncanny knowledge of the woods. His eyes, when they met Max's, held an unsettling glint, a flicker of something dark and knowing. "Lost." Awi Kaspar's voice was a low rasp, like leaves scraping against stone. Max, his voice tight with desperation, confessed his woes, his yearning for Agathe, the crushing weight of his failures. A chilling smile played on Kaspar's lips. "There is a way," he said, his voice dripping with a sinister promise, "but a price must be paid." He spoke then of the Black Huntsman, of bullets forged in unholy fire, bullets that would never miss. A cold sweat prickled Max's skin, but the thought of Agathe, her hopeful smile turning to disappointment, spurred him on. He agreed, a knot of unease tightening in his gut. Under the watchful gaze of a blood-red moon, they performed a dark ritual, melting lead over an infernal flame. Kaspar, his voice taking on a guttural chant, molded the molten metal into 7 perfect bullets. 6, he promised, would fly true, finding their mark with unerring accuracy. The 7th, however, belonged to Samiel, the Black Huntsman. Where it landed would be determined by his cruel whim. The next day, the village bustled with excitement. A grand hunting competition was held, the winner to be awarded not only a prized stag but also the hand of the fair Agathe. Max, his heart pounding a frantic tattoo, felt the weight of the enchanted bullets in his pocket. Each shot he took was a brush with the macabre. The bullets found their mark with an unnatural precision, leaving the crowd gasping in awe. But with each success, the darkness within the bullets began to seep into Max's soul. A chilling thrill coursed through him, a dark pleasure in this newfound power. As the final round approached, only one bullet remained the devil's bullet. A white dove, a symbol of purity, fluttered across his vision. In the heat of the moment, Max raised his rifle, a surge of bloodlust clouding his judgment. Just as he squeezed the trigger, a horrifying realization slammed into him. Agathe, her white dress blending with the dove, stood unknowingly in the line of fire. A scream tore from his throat, a desperate plea lost in the crack of the rifle. Time seemed to stretch, the world holding its breath. Agathe crumpled to the ground, a gasp escaping her lips. But to Max's immense relief, her eyes fluttered open. The bullet, however, had found its true target. It veered sharply, a dark force guiding its path, striking Kaspar in the chest. His eyes widened in horror as the life drained from them, a final, chilling curse rattling in his throat. Samiel, the Black Huntsman, emerged from the shadows, a monstrous figure reeking of sulfur and decay. With a chilling cackle, he claimed Kaspar's soul, the price of the dark pact paid in full. Max, shaken to his very core, collapsed to his knees, the weight of his actions a crushing burden. The villagers, their initial shock giving way to anger, surrounded Max. But Agathe, her love unwavering, stepped forward. She saw the remorse etched on his face, the terror in his eyes. Forgiveness, like a gentle flower pushing through cracked pavement, bloomed within her. Max, forever marked by his encounter with darkness, vowed to use his skills for good, to protect the village from the dangers that lurked within the wolf's glen. The legend of Freischütz became a chilling reminder, a cautionary tale whispered around flickering firelight. Yet, beneath the surface of the tale, a deeper truth festered. The darkness within the bullets, a residue of Samiel's power, remained. It clung to Max, a constant temptation whispering promises of effortless success, of bending the world to his will. Years passed, and Max, a pillar of the village, honed his skills. He became known as the Protector, the guardian against the encroaching dangers of the forest. He trained the young men in marksmanship, his voice a steady counterpoint to the unsettling rumors that began to swirl. Missed targets, whispers of uncanny accuracy in hunting dangerous creatures, and a chilling detachment in Max's eyes during these pursuits. Agathe, though her love remained true, felt a growing distance between them. Max became withdrawn, haunted by nightmares where the wolf's glen pulsed with an unholy light and Samiel's laughter echoed through the trees. One night, unable to bear the weight of his secret any longer, Max confessed everything to Agathe. Tears streamed down her face as she listened to his tale of desperation and the lingering darkness that threatened to consume him. But within her fear, a flicker of resolve ignited. She wouldn't let him succumb. Together, they devised a plan. Agathe, a woman of faith, knew of a hidden monastery nestled deep within the forest, a place rumored to hold the power to cleanse even the most tainted soul. The journey was fraught with peril. Samiel, sensing Max's weakness, unleashed a torrent of monstrous creatures upon them. Grotesque wolves with eyes like embers stalked them, and gnarled trees clawed at the path, their branches dripping with an ichorous sap. Max, his rifle heavy with the cursed bullets, fought back, but with every shot, the darkness within him grew, threatening to overpower him. Agathe, at his side, her voice a beacon of light, urged him to resist. Finally, after days of relentless pursuit, they reached the monastery, a haven of serenity amidst the encroaching darkness. The monks, wise and empathetic, listened to their story. They saw the torment in Max's eyes and the unwavering love Agathe held for him. A purification ritual was undertaken, a long and arduous process that pushed Max to the very brink. The darkness within him writhed in protest, threatening to break free. But Agathe, her love a constant shield, held him steady. Slowly, painstakingly, the darkness receded. It wasn't a complete eradication, but a manageable ember, a constant reminder of his mistake and the strength of love and faith. Max and Agathe returned to the village, forever bound by their shared ordeal. Max continued his duty as protector, but now with a renewed sense of purpose. He trained not just in marksmanship, but also in faith and resilience, building a mental bulwark against the darkness. His story became a living legend, not just a cautionary tale, but a testament to the enduring power of love and the fight against inner demons,